Magandang hapon, bayan. This is ISCO News special coverage on the Super Typhoon Yolanda. In the area that I am in right now, there is still a slight gale, as the Super Typhoon has not yet left the Philippine area of responsibility. Conditions are getting better and rehabilitation efforts are underway. Now with us today is a survivor of the Super Typhoon, Danielle. Hi, nice to meet you. So, what was your experience with the storm surge?
The wind started getting stronger at 4 a.m. Naalala ko kung pasok na ang COVID at bumaba.
Yes. The Super Typhoon started forming on November 2 and only got upgraded to the Super Typhoon category on November 6. It had maximum sustained wind speeds of 315 kilometers per hour and gusts reaching up to 380 kilometers per hour. You must have experienced this when it was at its peak strength.
Yes, I did. When I got home, we barricaded our doors to $1 wind. Even if we were far from the sea, we managed to get together. As far as I know, this only happens when the tsunami comes. But as far as I know, no earthquake comes.
Ah, okay. So what you must have experienced was a storm surge.
Storm surge? What's that?
Well, let us have our science correspondent, Tom, to explain what a storm surge is.
Hi, I'm Tom, your science correspondent, and I will show you the effects of a storm surge through a simulation. We will be needing paper plate, modeling clay, water, and Monopoly figures. Clay represents land, water represents the sea, and the figures represent buildings. Now, watch as I blow the water to the shore. As you can see, water engulfed the buildings and submerged the shallow areas of land. All typhoons create storm surges, but the one produced by Super Typhoon Yolanda was strong, at about 15 to 19 feet above normal tide. A storm surge is created when water is forced to the shoreline by wind from a storm. The pressure from the storm also pushes the water by a little bit. Storm surges happen in open ocean waters but do not affect anything since they disperse. However, in shallow waters, the water builds up and engulfs land, just as shown in the simulation earlier. When buildings are hit by this surge, it can cause devastating damage. It can cause flooding to normally dried areas, which is called coastal inundation. Storm surges happen in other countries, but during the Super Typhoon, this is the first time Filipinos experienced it. After the storm surge, waves can destroy buildings since water holds a lot of force. But if the buildings survive the surge, they could collapse if their foundation was destroyed by erosion. Now, like the Super Typhoon Yolanda, there are also a lot of other storms in history which caused widespread destruction. A very famous example is Hurricane Katrina, which hit US in 2005. It cost the US government $180 billion, which was mostly caused by the 25-foot storm surge. Another example is the Bola cyclone, which caused a storm surge that hit East Pakistan, which is now called Bangladesh. Almost 50,000 people died due to the storm surge. Back to you, Gabe.
So yun pala ang storm surge. Kaya pala napasukan kami ng tubig.
Yes. Tom, thank you for that very wonderful explanation on what a storm surge was. And Daniel, thank you for being here on the show.
It's my pleasure.
I am Gabe Pardo, reporting for ISCO News. And this is our coverage on the Super Typhoon Yolanda. Stay safe, everyone.